Aloha, and welcome to Mana Inspiration with yours truly, Note Endurance. And like always, we're going to have our weekly scripture. This week's scripture is in Psalms 90, verse 12, which says, Teach us how to short teach us how short our lives really are, so that way we may be wise. I heard this one saying, time is one thing we can never get back. So it leads to the question, where is our time spent? Where are we spending our time? You know, to kind of lead into that spend where we spend our time, there's an animated video that I have seen, and it is of basically a father and his son. Now, this animated video starts off with the father working, and he's busy working. The son is wanting to get his attention. Now, the father is so busy working, tells the son, not tonight, not today, not right now, starts to push him off. Now, the son, they show him keep coming back on different occasions, wanting his dad's attention. Now, the dad is so wrapped up in his work, because as you know, if you're a father out there, sometimes we get wrapped up in trying to take care of bills, what's important, so that basically that work gets obsessed with what we're doing, or we get obsessed with work because of our situation. Now, as the story goes on, the kid is getting older. Dad is still working. The son is still wanting the dad's attention. Eventually, after a while, the kid, what it seems like, is starts to get the picture. The dad's too busy for him to spend any time. So he decides to go off and start doing his own thing. Now, as this goes on, the dad is starting to get older. He's starting to work less, starting to realize that his time with his family is more important than he's spending with work. So he starts trying to spend more time with his son. Now, and then, as you know, what do you think happens? The tables turn. As the dad goes to the son pushes him off. I'm busy, Dad. I can't hang out. Not today. Sorry. Another time, another day. The roles switch to where now the dad is begging the son for the time, like the son did in the very beginning of his life, but all he knows is what the dad showed him. Push him off, push him away. I don't have time for this. And as soon as the tables turn and he starts wanting attention, the son is only doing what the father showed him. This leads to the time, if you think maybe if he would have took time to spend time with his kid when those tables roll and switch and he comes of age, he might have a best friend instead of somebody that is doing the same thing that he did 20, 30 years ago and now is paying for where that time is going. So I ask you this is how can we turn this around? It's sad to see, but it happens all the time. And I can be guilty of it. And if you're watching this, you probably know you could be guilty of this. So I ask you is how can we learn, to switch this around? And I learned the only way is to ask more intelligent questions. What I mean by that is how much time are you spending at work versus time with the family? Are you going to work more than are you basically giving to your work more than you're giving to your family? Are you attending work more? Well, obviously we're going to spend 8 hours or more there, but where is our attention? How much time are we putting in to the stuff that really matters instead of the things that matter as, you know, that we think at this very moment. Now, do you give your best at work and then your family gets the rest? Have you heard that saying? Do you give your best and your family gets the rest? Think about that. Think about how much you're putting into giving your family before it's too late. Just like that dad or the father happened, let's get back and let's get back some of those mistakes, maybe some of those failures. Now, I challenge you once, maybe twice a week, start it off with making time for those people that matter. Because guess what? At this very moment, when you think something's more important, later down the road, you're going to realize that the family time is way more important than what you actually thought. Now, I'll challenge you. So, where are you putting that time? Are you spending it with your family? How much time are you spending at work? And how much time are you spending with your family, investing into them? They always say where your time goes, that's where you want your ROI, your return on investment. If you put time into your family over the years, that return on investment, the family starts to give you that return of what you eventually taught them or was guiding them in the direction to go. So this week, I challenge you to really look at where that time is being spent and how you're doing, and show us how short this life really is and how much we need to appreciate and show that gratitude to those around us and those we love. Aloha, guys. I love you. Salute to the troops. Like the message, subscribe, share with others. Like I say at all Mana Inspiration videos, here at Mana Inspiration, we are here to get through this thing called life together. Again, aloha. You guys have a blessed week. Thanks, guys.